Welcome to a new episode from Perfect English Podcast. Today we're going to talk about English idiomatic expressions, and to be specific, we're going to talk about binomials. Now, what are binomials? Binomials are a type of idiom in which two words are joined by a conjunction, which is a linking word, usually and the order of the two words is fixed. For example, we always say black and white, not white and black. For example, managing climate change isn't a black and white issue. Now, the words we use in binomials can be synonyms. For example, we say Sarah's work is always very neat and tidy. Neat and tidy are synonyms. They are words which mean the same, and they could be opposites. For example, if you go for cheaper speakers, the sound quality may be hit and miss, which means sometimes good and sometimes bad. The words used in binomials could be the same word. For example, we can say they finished the race neck to neck, which means equally. They're very close to each other. These words could be rhyming words. For example, we can say tables in the canteen take a lot of wear and tear, which means damage through everyday use. The words in binomials could also be alliterative. For example, after the match, the players' legs were black and blue, and that means very bruised. And the words in binomials could be joined by words other than and. For example, we can say the traffic was bumper to bumper all the way to the coast, which means very heavy. We can also say, little by little, Vera gained the horse's confidence, and little by little means gradually. We can also say, the house must be worth $250,000, give or take a few thousand, and that means plus or minus. There are also trinomials, which are a similar type of idiom in which three words are joined instead of two. For example, we can say, I've looked here, there, and everywhere for my glasses but can't find them, and that means simply everywhere. And now we're going to look at some common binomials. We can say, let's toss a coin to see who starts. You call heads or tails. And here when we say heads or tails, we're talking about the two sides of a coin. We can say, Hannah had flu last week, but she's out and about again now. Now, when we say out and about, it means active and doing her usual activities. We can say, although the twins look the same, when you talk to them, you realize they're like chalk and cheese. And that means totally different. And here's an example of a trinomial. It took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get the business going. And when we say blood, sweat, and tears, we mean hard work. We can say, I've asked you time after time not to do that. And that means many times and usually suggests irritation. I'm irritated. I've asked you time after time not to do that, but you did it anyway. We can also say her interest in painting waxed and waned over the years, and that means fluctuated. And that comes from the literal meaning of wax and wane that relates to the moon's changes in shape. But what we need to know is that it fluctuated, it waxed and waned. We can also say she really doesn't enjoy living in the countryside. She's a city person through and through, and that means completely. And we usually use this binomial about people. And finally, we can say we had a great holiday and explored every nook and cranny of the island. And that means every small place. And that's all about binomials and trinomials today. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.